Welcome to the alley. We're back, episode 38.
Yeah, last week I said fucking 27 and it was 37.
You goof. And once the drinks start going down, it's a smooth show.
I was telling you, the second half always gets
Second
a
half,
little
yeah,
more hectic.
Second halves get a little nuts.
All right.
Miguel, you got anything you want to introduce before we start?
I mean, yeah, how the fuck do we even know Lauren from work? I think that's cool.
Wait, no, before we get into it, shout out Marky, Heartthrob. He said I got
He said a rocket?
He said a rocket shit, so I said I rocket shit.
There you go.
And then fuck Cristiano Ronaldo and Portugal.
Wow, okay.
The whole country of Portugal.
Just coming in hot like that with the soccer stuff?
Nah, next Tuesday is about to be crazy after Messi wins the World Cup this weekend.
Final episode of the Qatar World Cup segment.
Yep. All right, anyways, Lauren is our first female guest, so we need to get a fucking clap for that shit, bro.
Let's talk about how we fucking met Lauren.
Yeah.
Lauren, so for those who don't know, Hyder and I worked together for a good amount of time at this place called Harley Gray. I'm still there. Hyder has now left, and Lauren has now left, but Lauren started working with us too. She was a server.
Yeah.
And that's kind of where it started.
During the pandemic, which is kind of crazy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Like,
Right,
it was
yeah, right.
But when shit reopened, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Probably
then
like August 2020.
was it
Yeah.
around that time you worked for probably what, 5 months, 6 months before you got your big girl job?
Yeah, it was probably about 6 months.
Yeah. And why were you there? Just cause?
Well, yeah, I had just moved to San Diego and was serving. And then when that all shut down, I was unemployed for a little while, then found the spot at Harley Gray and kind of got serious about finding a job that was using my degree. So yeah, I was there for about 6 months.
And then you started working a real job when?
That was in November of 2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Dude, in the middle
So
of the
they
pandemic.
overlapped for a while.
How was that like, the overlap there? And then starting during the pandemic, was it weird? Like, how was there like rules in your guys' space? Like at your big girl job?
Yeah, they actually they rented out another building that was huge, way bigger than we needed. So everyone was like socially distanced. And
Okay.
I kind of started after they were like loosening up the rules a little bit, but yeah, they had like everyone's benches spaced out in like office spaces.
Okay. And you work, sorry, we didn't even get into that. Where do you work now? What is it?
Oh yeah. So I work at a biotech company and they do research on marine algae for developing biofuels.
Insane.
Yeah.
That's so much fun.
pretty
That
cool.
sounds like a lot of fun. When did you go to school?
Well, when did I go
No,
to
like,
school?
I'm sorry, I meant like college. When did you start and when did you finish? Because there was an overlap there, right?
No, yeah, it was just a fun.
It was a weird. It was a random question. I'm
No,
sorry.
it was just a funny phrasing.
Like-
Like, when did you go to school?
Because
Like,
she
what?
said she finished school and then unemployment, COVID, started
Yeah,
working
yeah.
at Harley. And then how long was it since you got your degree to working the big girl job?
It was a while. Yeah, I took quite a break.
Yeah.
So I graduated in December of 2017.
Damn, that's when we graduated high school.
Yeah.
Age difference there.
And yeah, I just was like serving, bartending and stuff for a couple years, moved around a lot, and then finally kind of decided I wanted to be in San Diego. And there's a huge biotech scene here. So I was like, all right, I'm going to go to San Diego, like start applying around. And,
Yeah.
and when the pandemic hit, it was like, all right, well, obviously I need to just do something with my degree. I was kind of considering going back. But yeah, when I found this job, everything just fell into place really nicely.
Where'd you go to school?
I went to school at University of Nevada
Okay.
in Reno,
Yeah.
so pretty close to home. Because I grew up in like Lake Tahoe, or, like Minden in Nevada. So it's about an hour away.
How was it growing up in Tahoe?
It was amazing.
Really?
Honestly, yeah. I mean, it's a small town, so it's just like a whole different type of lifestyle than it is here. But we were big skiers and like very outdoorsy people, so I feel like we kind of got to take advantage of a lot of that, like a lot of fishing and hiking and that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
I have noticed, yeah, like just by meeting you that you were like a very outdoor person. And I feel like San Diego is not that at all. Not
Really?
really in that sense. Maybe the beaches, I guess.
Yeah.
Maybe
Bro,
just
no,
me.
we just don't fucking do
We don't-
it.
we don't do it?
shit.
I
Yeah,
guess.
exactly. Like, bro, there's like so many cool places to go hiking. There's like fucking cool parks. It's not like yeah, you can't fucking ski, but there's like cool shit to do here. We just don't. we're
Yeah.
just
I mean,
inactive.
Big Bear is close.
That's what I was gonna say. Even
I think
then,
that's funny though, because as much as I enjoyed my childhood up there, like I feel like I'm such a city person now. Like I've never hiked since I moved here. Like I like to swim in the ocean and stuff, but I don't feel like I'm
It's just different.
outdoorsy anymore.
What was I gonna say? Before we get into her job, I wanted to talk about like your experience at home a little bit more because I feel like your childhood was crazy. You told me about your dad before, and you guys were pretty close in your whole family.
Yeah.
Besides like skiing and stuff, like what is there to do over there in that city, specifically in your little town?
In Tahoe,
Like what would you say is the big difference from there and right here, big in San Diego?
Besides size, obviously.
I think there's a lot of differences in like community.
Okay.
Like there's not a whole lot to do out there other than just being outdoors. So people are closer.
Okay.
Like it really is like small towns really are different like that. Like you really know your neighbors and everyone like gets together and does game nights and like block parties and
Yeah.
does
I mean, I feel like we to an extent, like I feel like it's also a time thing too though. Like
yeah.
everybody's just more like they're either out and about or they're just inside like watching TV and shit like that. Even because I feel like we still grew up like I mean I would hang out with my neighbors all the time here,
Yeah.
like playing outside or fucking kicking it outside. But I mean, yeah, in a small town, obviously that's probably like way more prevalent. That everybody knows everybody kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like where you're from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How was college like then? Because that what you said it was an hour out.
Yeah, college was a little bit more of the same.
Was it crazy though at all? How's the like scene over there?
Actually, yeah, it can get kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Because it's Nevada, so there's all the casinos and gambling and like there's a lot of nightlife in Reno there. It's not quite Vegas, but it's like
In the
trying
sense,
to be
bit.
a little bit. Yeah.
Was that was your school a party school, quote unquote?
I don't know if it was designated a party school, but it was. I mean, more than some of the people I work with. Like I feel like a lot of people that went to UCSD say that they like didn't go to parties.
Oh, really?
But like SDSU is.
Yeah.
I hear UCSD's actually like when it comes to shit like that is like lame as fuck.
like laid back.
That's not. I've heard a lot of people say that, but
Maybe the people at UCSD are actually focused fucking on what they want
That's
to do.
the impression I've got.
Yeah, instead of
yeah. Well,
partying
yeah,
it up.
it's hard to get in, so
Makes sense.
you
Yeah,
don't
A
wanna-
lot of
It's
smart
serious.
people there that they're focused on the fucking drive.
We're over here talking shit.
So I think Reno was kind of somewhere in between there, maybe closer to the party side.
Is that where you learned how to rollerblade?
No, actually, I started roller skating after I moved here. It was like a pandemic hobby that I just got really into.
Yeah, I know. Come on, bro, get it right.
Bro, I
You
just
get it
went.
right.
I just went ice skating for the first time.
Yeah, were you any good?
Fuck, dude, I've never roller skate. I've never been on any kind of skate shit besides a skateboard, and I was bad at that too. But we went ice skating over at the Dell in Coronado. I ate shit so many fucking times. Like I ended up with my fucking like leg over like close this way. I felt like that shit was about to bend and shit. Like shit was bad.
What you say yesterday that you woke up with bruises and stuff?
I woke up. No, I woke up sore as shit. Like my hand that I landed on was like all fucking
yeah, like
pain,
your
like in
wrist.
pain. It was fun though. Like eating shit was so fun, but it was pain. Like that shit was. It was hard. Ice skating is
Yeah.
fucking hard, bro.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Plus, on rented skates, they're like beaten up and
Oh,
stuff.
those
so it's
skates
hard to like
suck.
adjust them to fit your feet.
Don't
and
they?
stuff.
And then don't they hurt too? Like
Hell yeah, bro.
Yeah.
My ankles. Everybody's ankles were like
yeah,
dying.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, no, that shit was not fun. So I'm like, damn, fucking. And then the next day, I see a video of you fucking like
beasting.
moving around like a fucking like all graceful and shit on roller skates. I'm like, bro, I would have ate shit so hard.
There was a learning curve there, though. When I first started, I was like beaten up and bruised. My wrists hurt. Like I wanted to get like those padded pants because I was falling like on my ass.
So you say
much.
you picked that up here in San Diego?
Yeah.
Who was that?
I actually had a coworker and she bought some skates. I'm not really sure why. And then she was like, "Hey, you should do it. We should go." And we both got like really into it. Started going to the little rinks around here and just
now
like
you're
going
just-
outside, finding spots. Yeah,
I see you at the beach. She's always. I'm gonna post one of your videos because they're fucking sick. They're badass.
cool. Thanks.
She's always like at the beaches. Where do you go to like PB, OB?
Yeah, just like all over the place. Right now, I found this empty parking lot near my house that has a nice view. That was where my last video was from.
That's
I'll
pretty
post that one.
tight. Fucking you. I don't even know if you care about shit like that. But those are cool like TikToks. I don't know if you have a fucking TikTok. That's a cool TikTok.
She should probably blow up.
That'd be a cool, especially with like the music. That's pretty tight. Like it's
True.
it's a
I like-
random ass hobby, but it's cool.
Yeah, I like the music part of it. Put on a good playlist, get outside, and just skate around. It's very meditative. It's a good hobby.
That is a good hobby. What was it like moving here? Like when you first got here, was it like kind of crazy? How was it like? Did you know people over here?
Yeah, I have a couple cousins in the area and some friends that had moved here. But it was kind of crazy when I first moved here, because definitely my first time being in a bigger city.
Yeah.
And I was here for about 3 or 4 months, and I think immediately when I got here, I felt how much faster paced life was here. And then the pandemic happened. So like total shutdown, like
Worst timing.
yeah, a lot of my friends that I'd made in those first couple months moved back home. So I felt very isolated here, like kind of by myself, not a lot of like social outlets. So it was kind of weird, like adjusting to it. Yeah, and then I'd say things kind of went back to normal when I got my job and like had more of like a social life and stuff. But it was kind of shocking when I first moved here.
Damn, I didn't know that. So when you first started working at Harley, it was kind of like you were kind of still trying to find your place here in the city, I guess. In
Yeah,
a
it was
sense.
pretty new. Mm-hmm.
That's cool.
What'd you think about people from San Diego when you first got here?
She's like, I don't know. They kind of suck.
They're kind of entitled.
Yeah, they're honestly terrible.
No, yeah,
no, not at all. I think I've noticed that people here are really flaky. Like I hear that a lot, but I feel like I didn't really experience that as much before.
Really?
Like maybe in a small town people don't flake because everyone just knows what everyone's doing. So it's like, what are you gonna like if you flake, everybody knows why, or like
yeah, like how's that like?
Around?
I feel like I would hate to live in a little town. Everyone knows every single thing about your life. Any little drama that comes up, like,
yeah,
knows.
that became obvious to me when I moved here. Like people don't really know what you're up to.
No, they don't. Oh, that
and in a small town,
care,
people are meddling all the time. Like I loved growing up in a small town, but that is definitely a big difference. Like people are nosy and they just want to keep tabs on everybody.
Jesus Christ.
I haven't gotten that one yet that were flaky, but that's hella
really
fucking true.
That makes sense.
I mean, it makes sense. I'm flaky as fuck. Like, I'm not even gonna lie.
Well, I think the pandemic made it worse too, because everyone's like, "Oh, I coughed yesterday, so I'm gonna flake."
That's true too, though. Yeah, there was a lot of moments. I felt like people were like just weary, you know what I mean, of not getting sick, so no one would go out or anything. But we were out. I feel like we were out and about. You gotta remember that we turned 21 in 2020, so we lost a year of, I guess, the party life of going out of the night scene. And I think maybe that's why we're still fucking going so hard right now at this age.
I'm not going hard. I'm just drinking a lot. Those are two different things.
Yeah, I think the pandemic came like at the end of my party years. So I was like, okay, I think it's
kind of over it.
I think this is proof I need to just like retire.
Yeah, it's time. It's time to move it on.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I want to talk about your job a little bit more, if you can.
Mm-hmm.
What's that like? How's it like? Yeah, just what's it like? I guess like what were you expecting that after you got your degree to work at a place like this and doing what you're doing now?
No, not at all. When I got my degree, I was doing pre-med. Like I thought I was going to go do like healthcare or something.
Oh shit.
But yeah, definitely when the pandemic happened, I was like, I just need to use what I've got and get something going. And it's been incredible. Like I think like I always had a good time working in restaurants and stuff, and I knew that it was going to be temporary, but once I found this job, I found such a community in the people that work there, and just, I don't know, the work that I do is so fun for me. And I never thought I would have a job that I really enjoyed like this.
I'm jealous.
Yeah. And I think I was convincing myself that I needed to go and like be a doctor, be a dentist, or like be a nurse or something. And finally, when I just like listened to my gut and started working there, it was like, it's so obvious. Like I feel like I fit in there. And when you go to work and you do stuff that you like and stuff that inspires you, and you're around other people who are kind of in that same boat, like you go home really energized and fulfilled, and then you can focus on like really putting in like that extra energy that you have into stuff that like makes your life feel like it has purpose, like going roller skating and like putting together a podcast and like all these things, like extracurriculars, I guess.
Dude, I'm gonna fucking shed a tear. That's
beautiful.
Beautiful.
Holy shit, yeah, that was
I'm
super
fucking
beautiful.
Envious as hell. That sounds super cool.
That's like the power of like what I always try to tell people. Like, fuck, that's advice I should probably take myself. But it's like sometimes it's so easy for you to like wait for the right time to do something, or like because you said like you were thinking about maybe going back to know getting your master's, or like. Yeah, I mean, you weren't fucking making millions of dollars, but, you were doing well at a restaurant. Like, you could definitely, a lot of people here do very well just working in restaurants. You could have done that 5 days a week and fucking, not hated your life, but not been, like, fulfilled.
Yeah.
And instead, like, I would just tell people just do something. Just, like, do something. Like, just switch it and fucking, you'll find something. You'll find a wrong answer, or you'll find a right answer, but it's going to take you somewhere else. So I think
Yeah.
that's super dope. Like you said, you were just like, I need to use this degree for
Yeah.
something, and let's
Yeah, my respects. That's insane. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, for as bad as the pandemic was, like for me personally, I wouldn't be where I'm at if it hadn't happened. Like I
Dude, I've
was kind
heard
of
that
forced to just like make things like put my priorities in order.
I've heard that so many times. I feel like a lot of people kind of, in a way, benefited from what happened, and like it took I don't know, it took people to new like mindsets in a
Yeah.
way. I was gonna ask.
Sorry, this
Right
down
here.
pop up.
Sorry, I was gonna ask. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I remember when you were like kind of interviewing. Like it was kind of like like a longer process, right, to like actually get the job at that time. Or am I thinking of something else? I thought you went like to a few different interviews or something, or you went back. They like called you back or something.
Yeah, I had like 3 separate interviews. And then actually they like by the time I got the 3rd interview, I was like, all right, I got this in the
I'm in.
bag. Like
Yeah.
this is my job. And then of course like my thoughts changed. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start working 9 to 5. Like this is it. And then they told me like, oh, you didn't get the job. Like somebody else got it.
What?
I was so upset. And then they called me back the next day and were like, oh, we changed our mind. Like we're gonna hire you.
What?
And I guess
shit.
in that window, they had fired somebody and a spot opened up. So they ended up being able to hire 2 people, which was a miracle.
Meant to
Like, I'm
If
so
not meant to
glad.
be.
That's meant
Yeah,
to be.
like I'll joke around the lab sometimes, like, oh, thank God that kid screwed up so that I could be here.
You were saying how you felt like you were in a community when you started working there.
Yeah.
I'm assuming you made hella friends there, and like it's been cool. Do you guys hang
Yeah.
out and stuff like outside of work?
Yeah, all the time.
Hell
Yeah. Yeah, it feels like being in school again. Like we all just like go there, get
That's
our
so
work
crazy.
done, leave. I feel like there's a lot of like happy hours and just like
That's
yeah, we're
fucking
always hanging
badass.
out.
That's so sick.
Are you guys all around like the same age range, or is it like all different fucking kinds of shit going on?
That's a good question.
Yeah, actually there's a variety of ages, but I think just like anybody that's around the same age ends up like flocking together. Most of the people in my group are between they're like in their mid-20s.
Mid-20s.
Mm-hmm.
And then one more time, I'm sorry, just because it was a mouthful. Like, can you repeat like what's the like your job title essentially, or like what you do for work essentially?
So I'm actually a research associate, and then what I do, I'm trying to like think what I can say.
Yeah. Sorry, like or what the field is. I'm sorry. I know that you're very limited on as far as what you can say.
Yeah, I mean, I can probably say a lot more than
It's up to you, dude.
I think I can, but I don't want to like misspeak and then say something that's.
Is it okay if I just read it off of what you wrote here?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Algae biofuels research associate.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's it.
There.
If you want to look into more, just Google it, buddy.
Google it. Yeah, we have a website. Yeah, the company's partnered with Exxon. So we kind of like work together. Our lab does like the research on the algae, and then they kind of do more of the like, I don't know, like process stuff. Like, I don't know, because like obviously we would want to commercialize it, so
That's what
we
I'm
kind of
saying.
need both sides.
Like the
to kinda
business
get that.
aspect of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you guys are obviously the lab, just strictly the lab side of things there.
Yes.
That's so amazing. What's that like? Like, what's it like working in a lab? Because that's like a field that a lot of people wouldn't
Yeah.
relate to, even in a way, maybe.
Yeah. And
don't
even
know.
when I started, I had a lot of like misconceptions about what it would be like.
Yeah. Do you think it was gonna be like fucking boring?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, like
I was not expecting that. Really?
I mean, it can get really repetitive, but I don't know. You do things to make it fun. You like listen to podcasts while you're there and music and stuff, and like talk to people.
Imagine,
and
bro, that's-
I wish I could listen to podcasts while I'm
fucking
working.
cool.
I don't know. I'll just have these moments where I'm like pipetting something, and
You're
you're like,
like,
this is real science. Like I'm doing science.
That's so cool, man.
I'm a scientist.
Okay, like now that we're into science, like what spawned your love for science? Like, have you always been like into science and shit, like since you were a kid?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've always just had one of those brains that's just very curious and like trying to figure out the small details of something. And yeah, I think just in school, like as I took different classes, I always was a little more inspired by the science stuff. Like I remember really enjoying just like biology classes and like dissections and stuff. And
Wait, so what was your major then that you got? And because you said it was pre-med initially, right? And like what was your major? What did you graduate with?
Yeah, so it was a biology major with I don't know. You do pre-med. It's just like a set of prerequisites so that you can apply to med school, but I didn't end up using that.
Sorry, we both didn't finish school, so that's like all hella jargon, right, Miguel?
Jesus Christ, yeah.
Which I'm going back to school. I want to finish, but
yeah, do it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I say this because I did go to school and I did finish, but I feel like if you don't want to finish or like if it's not your thing, then don't do it. Like it's so expensive and it's such a time suck that I don't know. Like if you're there and you don't really know why, then
don't.
I'm all for leaving and like figuring out what you want to do.
It fucking worked out for Lauren though in a very good way. So like these are like we're witnessing what she's telling us is like she's reaping the benefits of actually going through and fucking
at least finishing. Yeah, even if it's not like algae research, I'm sure wasn't in your your fucking vision in your vision board when you were fucking 18 years old, but hey, like, I would rather be researching algae right now. What the hell?
Yeah. Dude, I think I never thought I would be in something that's like plant or marine biology, and I wasn't interested in ecology and anything in that side of science. I was always like cell bio, molecular, like immunology, more of that like small, like stumbling. But
you said you did 3 interviews. I'm assuming, well, everyone knows the job market right now, especially I think with those intricate like fields. Are super competitive. Do you know like what you were going up against? Like how'd that job come up? Do you remember?
I actually applied for it on Indeed.
Really?
Damn. Yeah. That's simple.
And I don't know how competitive it is. I think recently, like as we interview people now, like we'll get a lot of resumes, but not as many that
like would actually kind of
seem hireable. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I'm not sure though.
What's your, I mean, I like you say, I know you're very, very happy at your job right now, but like what do you think's next for you career wise? Like, do you think you might want to, do your own research? It seems like you're really into that, or do you want to go get your master's or, I don't know, what's next for you career wise? Do you think?
Yeah, I'm definitely thinking about going back to school. Like I've been getting that itch recently. Like I gotta start thinking about the next thing. So yeah, I think a master's program. I consider doing a PhD, but it's such a huge commitment. So
how many more years? Another 5, 6?
Don't ask me.
It depends where you go.
Shit, dude.
I don't know if this is interesting to anybody, but
no, yes, it is. Oh, well, for me, I don't care. This is crazy.
No, but see, that's the whole reason, like, to have you on and to have anybody on. It's like it doesn't. How do I say it? Like, we don't just fucking want like an artist on here. Like, that's not what is it? Realistic. Like, not everybody that fucking listens, like, like has to want to become a fucking rapper. Like it's just any people from any walk of life. So that's why it's super dope to have you on. Like I like what you're doing. I think it's super cool. I feel like more people should, I don't know, reach for hella practical shit too. Like not everybody has to want to be a podcaster or a fucking YouTuber or a fucking rapper.
Yeah.
So it's cool. Like props to you. Like what you're doing is super cool.
Thanks. Yeah.
But yeah, like
dude, she said that, I don't know. She said, that I don't know, like what if she gets into that, if it's gonna interest anybody, dude. For all we know, you can fucking inspire someone to fucking go to school and finish school and follow that degree and fucking get into that certain field, like scientific field, especially. That's insane to me. It's crazy. It's a lot of commitment. So like, shout out you again. I know we're like praising you.
Yeah, we're not even done yet.
But still, it's really, it's good. It's a big feat.
Yeah, that would be awesome. I would love to inspire other people to get into science.
Do you have any like ideas of where you'd want to go get a master's?
Yeah, I have a lot of ideas.
Where do you want to go to school? Down here?
I would go here. I mean, I love San Diego. I don't know. I think my time in San Diego might be.
Is it coming to an
end? Yeah, no. I don't know. I would come back, but I would be happy to leave for school and come back.
Yeah, where are you looking at?
I've been thinking a lot in like Europe. A couple of my friends.
My first. I thought Europe.
We need to talk about that because she just went on a trip not so long ago.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll do that next half. Yeah, that's what. If you would have read the form, you would know that. Dick face. Anyways, continue. Sorry.
So postgraduate programs in Europe are a lot shorter. If you do a PhD, there's no like taught portion. It's all just research. And then the master's programs are like a year or two instead of, I actually don't know how long they are here. So I've been considering that. And it would just be a great adventure.
Talk about that. That's insane.
I mean, and then from like a fucking research and just all that perspective, it's like a whole different, like a lot of different shit you're gonna see that you like. Not to say that you've gone researching around all the United States, but you've seen a lot. And that's
some
like
of the universities in Europe are older than our entire country. Like these people have been teaching science for longer than we've been a nation.
That's insane.
So I think it'd be really inspiring to go over there and like learn where some of the most well-known scientists in all of history, like came up.
That's super cool.
That's insane to me.
Yeah, see, that's like
my mind's not grasping it yet. You gotta give me a couple seconds. That's insane to me. That's fucking great.
You're about to be giving a TED talk.
Yeah, I know. But I was gonna say no. We gotta go back to that. Why do you want to leave? It's just time. You're over it.
I don't think I'm over it.
Okay.
I think I just get this feeling like something just
new.
starts to like spin in my brain. Like, come on, like it's got to like do more. Like, get out there.
Hey, well,
like, find the next thing.
Your gut feeling has led you right so far.
That's
so
exactly.
Yes. You to bounce, I guess.
Bounce.
Yeah. I feel like I've never been that good at relaxing. Like, I'll just, I don't know. Like, as soon as I get comfortable, I'm like, all right, what's next? Like, go big.
That's good though. Like, people settle a little too easily. Like, you could settle like this. You could realistically, like, I mean, I don't know how far you can grow in just your position or whatever. Like. But people could live off of that for like the rest of their life. So it's good that like, that you think that way, it's like, okay, it's time. What's next? There should always be a what's next.
Yeah. There's there's potential to grow.
Yeah.
Where I'm at.
First of all, like logistically, San Diego's so fucking expensive too. It's insane, man.
Yes. I was going to say that next. Yeah. I think going on this path, you continue to get promoted, like maybe you jump around different biotech companies or whatever, but I think it's pretty obvious that getting another degree is going to be important in this field.
Yeah. And then, it seems like you like learning.
I do. Yeah. I think I took a break from school and then started to think about going back, but knew I wasn't ready because I wasn't really excited to learn again. And then kind of in the past maybe like 6 months or so, I'm like, I kind of would.
With the new job,
sit in class and take notes and stuff.
You got a little fire in you. That's sick. That's super
cool. So I think I'm ready to take classes, learn again.
I'm cold.
It is chilly for San Diego. Hey, how cold is it in Tahoe versus here? Like, no, I don't see. That's probably a dumb question.
She's like, this is light work.
It's cold in Tahoe.
Yeah.
I feel like it'll get in like the single digits.
What?
It doesn't usually get like under.
I'm good,
0.
bro. What is it right now? Like 30 degrees?
But as soon as you move to San Diego, you get weak.
Yeah,
like 55 degrees to me is so cold.
That's true.
I have a decent like cold. I don't get super cold. I still put like I'll go into the car right now. The AC is gonna be on. Like,
wait, what?
Yeah,
no, you're tripping.
I'm kind of sick.
That is one thing though. I always like being cold better than being hot.
Yeah,
because with cold you can fix it.
I like to be cozy.
No,
I'll turn the heater on if it's under 60.
Well, yeah, but if it's cold and that's actually like optimal for sleeping is like it's cold, but
who told you that?
Look it up. Scientists, look it up.
That's when I lived in Tahoe. I would sleep in the dead of winter with my windows open and just have like a bunch of blankets.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Like no, it's like your sleep is better. Like
I must be a biggest bitch if I go to sleep with my window open. Next morning, sore throat, and I'm dying.
Oh, bro, the other day, what was it? It's like 2 days ago. I fucking turned the fan on full blast, like hitting me in the face at like fucking.
When you were good and you're good.
Well, I turned it low because Abigail gets cold.
That was cute.
Let's fucking. So you just went on a little trip to Europe. Talk about that.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh yeah, so I went to Portugal and Spain.
Fuck Portugal.
Oh my god, yeah.
This is about soccer.
So annoying.
Yeah, I went with my sister. It was incredible. Yeah.
I seen your story the whole trip. It looked fucking amazing.
I swear I'm a different person when I travel.
Why? What do you mean?
Oh yeah, you wild out?
Yeah. I
was like, yeah. What do you mean? She's like, yeah. That's crazy.
I don't know. Like here, I feel like you get into routine and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, I go all out when I travel. Like
you recommend it? Like going there specifically?
Spain?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. I'd heard about it. Like a bunch of my family had traveled to Spain, so it was always on my list. And I specifically wanted to go with my sister. And we had been like putting it off for a couple years and finally made it happen. Portugal was really cool too. Lots of really good beaches. I feel like it's like the San Diego of Europe.
Wait, really?
Kind of. Like
How was the weather? Well, when did you go?
In June.
Oh, okay.
Damn, they're in the summer.
It was hot? Was it hot out there?
No, it was pretty mild.
70, 80,
yeah,
whatever?
It was comfortable.
Nice.
Yeah.
How old is your sister?
She's 2 years older than me.
Oh shit, so you guys are pretty. Oh yeah, that's cool. You guys are pretty close in age.
Yeah.
I've always
We're
wanted
close.
that.
So it was only Spain and Portugal.
Mm-hmm.
How long were you guys over there for?
I think it was 2 weeks.
Damn,
That's a long
good
time.
amount of time.
You guys
Yeah.
are chilling.
How close is the commute between Portugal and Spain? Because they're right next to each other, right?
Yeah, we just took a quick little flight over.
Oh, you took a flight.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah, we did Lisbon and then went to Madrid and then Barcelona.
How was Barcelona?
That's
Barcelona was incredible.
That's Hyder's
Yeah,
spot. That's Hyder's
actually-
dream spot.
Actually, I got COVID and
Actually.
I was like, gosh, I think I'm allergic to Barcelona. I have really bad allergies here. Like
Yeah,
this, I just have really bad allergies. And then when I took a test to come home, it was positive, and I was like, oh cool.
shit.
How that, like, what happened? Did you have to, like, stay or whatever?
So actually, while we were there, or I think like shortly before we left, they stopped testing people to get back into the country.
Oh, yeah.
So I got really lucky,
Oh,
or I would have been stuck there.
another week or so, probably, right? Something.
Yeah, I don't know what would have happened.
Like, I don't know. I came back.
That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I'm just exposing myself for being a terrible person that flew on an airplane internationally with COVID, but I swear I didn't know.
That's insane.
That's a war crime.
Number one spot that you remember that was, like, insane. Like, I don't know, like, view-wise or touristy. Like, what do you recommend if you're there?
I'm gonna have to go with Portugal.
Okay.
There's a town called Sintra, and there's a bunch of different castles, and it's like out in the hills. And we went there one day, did like a quick little tour of a couple different castles, and then went out to the beach. And there was this little hillside, like villa town, and they had like this big pool, like ocean pool, where like the ocean would like come and overflow into this pool.
That's insane.
And yeah, there was like nobody there. So we show up, and it's like the coolest spot that we'd found thus far, and it was like deserted. And just like perfect beaches, cliffs, like the, perfect little like white
Damn.
Vibing.
houses on the hillside. Yeah, it was incredible.
That's
Straight vibes.
Yeah.
When you were in Barcelona, were people speaking? Because you know how they don't just speak Spanish there; they have like their own language.
Yeah, it was confusing.
How was that? Yeah, like going around.
It's
You know a little bit of
it's
Spanish,
like
don't you?
yeah,
Yeah.
It's like a combination of like French and Spanish. I feel like.
What?
Yeah, from what I remember, because I fucking watch hella Barcelona games.
Yeah.
One of their phrases, I think it's "good night" something. It's like "bonanite tuton," and that does sound like it.
That
like
does sound French.
like French.
Mhm. Yeah, I kept reading signs, and I was like, "What is this language?" Like, it's not Spanish.
Yeah.
And then finally I figured.
You know they're trying to like segregate, they've been fighting for segregation from like Spain as a whole for like years.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Barcelona?
Yeah, like the whole like state is trying to turn into like a country.
That's kind of like how Texas was for a while. Remember they were trying to do
Yeah, except they're actually intelligent.
that? That's right.
Just kidding. No diss to Texas. Just kidding. Fuck Texas.
Yeah, because you've said you've wanted to move to Barcelona, right?
Yeah, like fuck. It's just
That's
so
his little
pretty.
dream.
Yeah, bro. I'll just like be a homeless in front of the Camp Nou, just right there, waiting for Messi to be
Yeah,
like,
you're
"Hey,
so annoying,
come
bro,
in,
with
bro,
the messy
just hang
shit.
out." But I guess they provide like they make up for like a large amount of the economy.
Oh,
of the
really?
yeah, kind of like California. Funny enough.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
So and they just get an unfair treatment back. Like they don't want them to like speak the language of
What?
well, because it's technically not a like official language. It's their language.
Oh, really?
okay.
So they do that more in like they push that shit more in like protest than
So stupid.
yeah. So like the Madrid, that's why the rivalry is kind of crazy. The Madrid-Barcelona rivalry is like it's deeper than soccer itself. Like yeah, because Madrid's the capital of Spain, obviously.
It kind of becomes like a cultural thing too. And
No, yeah, it
in and of
is. No,
itself.
it is. Yeah, it's like that's why it's like it's a yeah. Anyway,
That's
that
crazy.
was just
So
a huge
I don't know
story.
if I just like kind of wasn't feeling it by the time I got to Barcelona because I had COVID, or if it was just like the end of the trip and I was a little
Yeah.
more tired. But Madrid left a really good impression on me. That city was so cool.
How was the people, like the culture and stuff? Like, how was the food? What were you guys eating out there?
Yeah, like a lot of like paella and stuff,
Shit.
and like the tapas and stuff. Good food. Yeah.
hell yeah.
And then I lost the ability to taste.
Oh,
Dude, that's
shit.
insane though. That's so bad. I wonder where you got it.
When I got home, I was like, oh, that's why the food just kind of wasn't very impressionable to
God.
me.
Hey, fuck. Well, you say you couldn't taste, but I heard the sangria in Spain is fire.
It is really good. And they have it everywhere. They have like a white sangria.
Oh.
It's really good too.
You're a wine girl for sure, right? You
Yeah.
fucking love wine.
Yeah, I love wine.
That's sick, man.
But yeah, Madrid is really cool. I feel like just walking around, like you could just feel the humanity in that city. Like everybody's outside, like playing soccer with their kids in the alleyways, and like they're very, like they didn't speak a ton of English. Like you could tell like they could understand and stuff, but they're like kind of like true to the culture. Like they want to speak Spanish, so I feel like I got a lot of opportunity to speak Spanish there.
Sick.
And yeah, I don't know. Like the nightlife there was good.
What's the next trip in mind? I know you're planning something.
I'm actually kind of thinking about school a lot, so I've been trying not to like get stuck on planning a trip right now. I was thinking Argentina next though. Yeah, when we were
another good spot. That's Hyder's all over that. I don't know why. I want to go to Europe. Like I want to go to like France and stuff and Rome and do all that for sure.
Yeah.
That's my dream.
I haven't been to France.
Yeah, I think Argentina is my next. Whenever I go somewhere, that's my next place.
Really?
Hey, let's go to Paris and then we'll kiss in front of the Eiffel Tower.
Aww.
And then Alley Podcast. You know what I
It's a
mean?
mission. I'd rather do the one
That's a
the one in Venice when they're just on the little boat or whatever. the
Oh,
fuck.
that's cute.
like
yeah.
Tom Holland and Zendaya.
You're fucking dumb. But yeah, for
Spider-Man.
sure. That's fresh.
Yeah,
Yeah, we'll
that's
do
cute
that.
though. That's cute. That's a cute one. We'll record live from the boat.
In front of the Eiffel Tower?
Yes, sir. Nah, I don't want to do that shit, bro. That's a mission just to get up there. So Lauren is a big Christopher Nolan fan. Lauren, what's
Dubs.
your favorite Christopher Nolan movie?
Yeah, I think it's gotta be.
You can get me mad if she says the wrong answer.
Bro,
Come
there's no
on.
wrong answer.
No, yes,
bitch.
it's so easy.
Artist
Dude, no, it's so easy. Because it's not only his best film, but it could be one of the best films of all time. is what I'm
okay,
getting at.
but it's subjective. What if like she recognizes that that film's probably better, but I like this one.
Okay. Well, what do you
I
think?
feel like Interstellar, Inception is gonna be like.
Yeah, I mean that's everybody's top two.
Hype for Oppenheimer coming out soon, bro. Did you see the pictures? They got released.
No, they released.
They released pictures like Empire did, like always. Fucking badass.
Really?
Yeah, it looks so cool. I'm excited. Did you watch Tenet?
Yes.
So cool.
I love Tenet.
Yeah.
That was like the
was a
the
pandemic
pandemic
movie.
fucked that movie up for
Yup,
everybody. Dude.
bad.
That movie was so good.
It didn't do good at the box office because no one was going to the fucking theater.
Yeah, I
remember?
feel like I didn't hear a lot of people talking about it.
It deserves way more hype than they got.
Actually, I feel like I remember at Harley Gray, I never really talked to you. And then you walked up to me and you asked me what kind of movies I like.
Really?
And I was like, honestly, I really just love Interstellar, like Inception.
Wait,
type of
really?
movie. Yeah. And then we had a conversation about it. I was like, oh, that kid's kind of smart.
That's the only thing.
Nah,
I'm
that's
smart.
all you
That's
know,
the
dude.
only
That's
thing
the
I'm
only thing he
knowledgeable
knows,
about.
dude. Come on.
He never talks, but he's
First
kind of smart.
impressions are a bitch, dude. Imagine. I thought you were smart after.
We were talking about yesterday how people don't come up to me or just like people think that I'm mean.
I
or
like
whatever.
this.
I have a resting
like this
that
too.
I have RBF hella.
Yeah,
I
you
got
do.
that.
You do,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so annoying. That's what I was gonna say. Like, what was your first impression of me when you got? If you're saying I didn't talk to you, that doesn't make sense to me. I thought we did. Maybe we didn't, huh? Towards the end, maybe.
Yeah, I never talk to you. And you do have
That sucks. That's
RBF.
horrible. I need to start smiling more.
Nah, it's not even the smiling.
I mean,
bro,
if it's
'cause
working
then-
for you, just
yeah,
Stick with it.
stick with it.
No,
Yeah.
Like you're way more approachable. Like once you start like talking to somebody, like you're even over the top even sometimes.
Okay,
but,
okay.
but like just to see you, you're like, bro, that kid's a dick.
Yeah.
Like why the fuck? Or you're not a kid no more. I guess you're a fucking full ass man
That's probably what they think.
with
though.
bad lungs. But
That's horrible.
but it's like, dude, like I don't know. But it's not as bad as it used to be though. Like that's when people are like, oh, I don't know. Like if Miguel is like
Don't bring up their names, but what did they say? She was talking
they
to some
didn't know
people
if
from high school.
they didn't know if they'd get along with you.
That's horrible.
So there's these there's these twins, these super cool twins that we used to go to like high school with, and they went to elementary school with this fucker. Actually,
This
funny
is
enough,
like 5th grade, 4th grade.
and they have a podcast which they stopped doing for a bit, whatever. But it's super dope. Like fucking
Shout out
two
them.
twins.
Shout 'em
Shout
out.
out Faith and Hope. Do your shit. But they stopped doing it now. And I'm trying to get them to do like a collab, and they're super down for it. But then one's like, "Oh, it's because I don't know if such and such will get along with Miguel."
That's horrible, man. That's not cool.
And I'm like,
I hope and faith, if you're listening, that'd be really, really awesome, and that I appreciate you guys coming on hella.
There you go.
Wow, that's horrible. You didn't tell me that yesterday.
I did tell you that.
No, all you did was like, oh yeah, they thought you're a dick. They were probably not gonna get along with you.
No, I didn't say that. I literally said those words. I said she doesn't know if she'd get along with you. That's
horrible.
exactly
No,
what she said.
please come on. That'd be fucking sick, and then it'd be great to catch up.
Lauren, how good is your Spanish on a scale 1 to 10?
You're not about to make her talking Spanish on the pod.
It's probably like a 4.
Okay, no.
I love the honesty.
Hey, restaurant. It's because restaurant Spanish like is different from like real life Spanish.
That's another thing, though. I just remembered when Lauren first started, I was still running food.
Oh, yeah. That's true.
I was in the back. I wasn't bartending yet. Not even close.
Lauren, what do you take from your restaurant experience so far? Like, how long have you been doing? How long? Like, what age did you first start like doing the restaurant thing?
I was probably like 22.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I didn't start until a little bit later.
Lauren, I'll probably cut this, but how old are you, dude? Because what the fuck? I thought you were like way closer to us in age than
I turned 28 last week.
What?
Yeah.
Happy belated birthday.
Holy
First and
shit.
foremost.
How was that? What'd you do?
What
I know
the
you got
hell?
lit.
It was good. Guess what? I went wine tasting.
Where'd you go?
We went up in Temecula, this little place called Briar Rose, and then we went to Lorimar.
Nice. How was it?
It was great. I had a
Fucking
blast.
amazing.
Mm-hmm.
We met some. Sorry, we met some like wine guys yesterday. Do you remember that? I was talking to them a little bit. They were
Oh,
recommending
the
that spot.
Colombian dudes.
I want to go to that spot that they were talking about.
I don't know.
It's in Little Italy. I don't know if you've been. Maybe. It's like a wine like cafe in a way, and they have like
I think I've heard
They
of
have,
that.
like,
yeah,
a-
it looks cool.
like a library too. Like it's like weird. They have-
Books and wine, I'm in.
There you go. We have to go. Me and Harold will definitely go.
No. What's it called? But fuck, I forgot.
The restaurant industry. I'm sorry, I cut you
Oh
guys
yeah,
No,
what
you're
did
okay.
what did the restaurant industry teach me?
Yeah.
I think that I was really shy when I first. Well, I don't know if I've ever been like really shy, but with strangers anyway. So I think it helped me just kind of like, I don't know,
Me too.
break that barrier of just like being able to talk to strangers. What else?
Did you go in serving off the jump?
I started as an expo.
Oh,
Yeah.
really? They like right away. Okay.
And then
Respect.
probably a couple months later, I started serving.
But you,
What-
she didn't
sorry.
start. You didn't start like that. No, where'd you start? Back home or over here?
Yeah, I started in Reno. And I worked at this like bar nightclub
Shit.
place. It was in one of the casinos. It was actually a really cool spot. It was a lot of fun working there. And it was a restaurant, and then at like 9:00 they would clear out all the tables, and it would be a nightclub. And so I did some like cocktailing there. I hostess, expoed, so like definitely got cross trained there
Nice.
on everything. And yeah,
Where is tipping better or worse in Nevada than it is here in California?
actually tipping there was really good because people would be gambling. So if they'd win a bunch of money, they just like leave you like
Slide it.
$60 or something. Yeah. It was pretty good there.
I
Yeah,
have heard
you
you
can make
can-
really good money
I
there.
have heard you can make bank in the industry working in Nevada.
Wait,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, and then there's no state tax in Nevada, or am I thinking of
like
another
income
state?
tax?
Income tax.
Yeah,
There you go.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, I feel like I was making really good money at that place. Probably better than
That's
anywhere I've worked in San Diego.
College years or after college?
Right? Like,
Towards the end, huh?
yeah, toward the end of
There you
college.
go. Cool.
Mhm.
Cool.
Damn. And you, do you feel like, I don't know, like, did it teach you, like, do you say, would you take away anything from it besides like obviously lose, like you being able to break out of your shell a bit?
I don't know. One of the things I miss is just like side station banter. Like, I feel like there's no other job that just like unchecked social
Just
interactions
saying
like that.
bullshit.
Yeah, like
Talking
there's no
shit
HR.
about their tables.
Yeah. And yeah, just like people share so much about their personal lives.
Bro,
you don't get that.
You'll be
anywhere
walking
else.
into the most out of pocket shit, like
Yes.
in the corner, like just trying to go bring in an order, and you just hear like, I just shoved two
Whatever.
fists up
on
my
my
ass or
butt.
something.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that. Just like, what the?
Oh, this girl from last night, this guy from last night, whatever, you know? Insane.
Especially at Harley, I feel like it's a special place.
I miss those times.
Keeps you sharp.
I kind of miss those times. I wish you guys were still there just for that. Because now it's just literally it's me. I mean, they're all kind of still there, but it's just me and Manny. At one point, you got to remember it was me. Like
Yeah.
literally all my bros outside of
The
work
whole crew.
were all working there. Are they bumping?
What are they playing?
Are they bumping?
That's kind of cool. Okay.
Wait, I want to see it. Wait.
No, it doesn't
Oh, they're
reach,
dumb.
bro.
Okay.
Our equipment's elite. Oh, that's actually a perfect segue. Funny enough.
Yeah.
So for you guys that are listening, Lauren is starting. Well, you guys started a podcast. You guys are still kind of in the trial phase,
In the works.
but
Yeah.
Lauren is having a podcast coming out soon enough. What do you think?
Our goal is the end of January. We want to have like a couple episodes prepped and ready to go, and then start
Just
releasing
drop.
stuff at the end of January.
I like that.
But we just got set up with our equipment. We made like different accounts and stuff. We meet weekly and choose.
Are you
choose
excited?
topics.
Hey,
So
you
I'm-
seem giddy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
I am pretty
Yeah,
excited.
I like that.
Yeah.
What made you want to do that?
I think just since I started at the lab, like I've learned so much about life and career and just different things that I kind of just wanted a way to document and like discuss some of the
Nice.
stuff that happens in the lab, and I don't know.
yeah, tell the audience. So is that what you think it's going to be mostly about, your guys' pod?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think we want to have a little bit of like an educational piece and like choose a topic each week and like teach some things about it or just like discuss like current events. And
Would you guys take
articles
some
and stuff.
input? Like if people had questions?
Yeah, absolutely.
cool.
Yeah, and like we'd be down to have guests and stuff too, and then probably just banter about what it's like working
Yes.
in the lab or things that happen.
So who are you doing this with?
So my co-host is my best friend Kaya, and she works in the lab with me.
Shout out Kaya.
Shout out to Kaya.
That's amazing, dude.
Yeah, so it's called Lab Grown. And
Sick ass name.
That's cool.
Sick
Okay.
ass name.
Are you guys gonna wear lab coats?
No, that's
so
the thing, though.
we're
They're
not
not
gonna
doing
have video,
video.
but we could wear lab coats and just have audio.
I'm gonna
Dude,
cut
no,
this.
I'm gonna convince you guys to.
No,
do
that's
video.
what
Okay,
I'm gonna cut
you
have
this.
to do
Make
video.
promo, and I'm gonna put like a poll up. Do we want Lauren's pod to have video? Yes or no?
Yes,
100%
sir.
yes.
Oh, jeez. All right, we'll work on that.
Well, when you guys get on, we'll do a collab episode, and Miguel and I will come
Yes.
up with a list of 50 scientific questions each
That's a
that
lot.
we want you guys to
We
answer.
would love
And we
that.
will just grill the fuck out of you for an hour straight.
There you go. That's fucking sick. But no,
Actually,
hell
it's
yeah.
funny when anyone finds out that you work in a lab or like research or something, everyone's like, "Do you wear a lab coat? I'm like, do you know how many cool things I do in that lab coat?" But y'all are just so focused on if I'm wearing goggles and a lab coat.
Nah, fuck the goggles. The lab coat is fire.
It's fire.
I'd
Yeah.
like buy different lab
It's like a
coats.
level of respect.
Yeah,
it's
dude.
like it's kind of like a seal. You know what I mean? Like it's cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like some of the cooks or like the chefs at my
When they
place.
have the hat.
No, they get creative with their fucking aprons now, dude. Like
Oh,
this-
really?
Yeah, this guy's brought in a fucking Bape.
Shit. Oh, really? Yeah,
Apron,
like the apron.
Patagonia, like just different shit. Like, damn, I want to fucking cook now.
Right.
I was trying to buy my dad a Patagonia like chef apron. He was like, "Fuck no, I'm wearing that shit." I'm like, "Bro, it's nice. It's
You know what?
denim."
I fucking love watching cooking shit, man. The chefs are
Start
so
cooking.
sick. Dude. That I've always told Hyder that's always been not a passion, but like an interest of mine. Like
Yeah.
if I weren't to have gone into like film and doing all this stuff, I think that would have been my go-to.
You'd be
too.
such a dick of a chef.
Yeah,
You'd
exactly.
be a huge
I'd be a fucking
dick.
dick.
You'd be such a dick.
Did you ever watch The Bear?
No, I haven't seen
It's
that.
on Hulu, dude. It's
Oh, it's such a
Okay,
good show. You
I'll
need to
have to
watch
watch
it.
that.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it's quick. Like you could knock that shit out in like
2 days.
Okay.
2-3 days. Yeah, depending on like how
It's really good.
hardcore
It's
you
kind of like
get.
a restaurant industry kind of thing vibe. But
Cool,
It's really
okay.
good acting.
What are you guys using for equipment?
I would have to look it up. I can't remember. Yeah,
Is it kind of like this?
I don't remember. It's really small though. It's like a little audio interface.
Just to record, right? And then it has like a card, a memory card.
No, actually we plug it into a
Computer.
MacBook and
Oh,
then
there you go.
do it that way.
Which we could do that with this too, but I don't know. It's just bulky, like to have it. Fucking, we already have enough bullshit on the
I
table
know,
as it
holy
is.
shit.
Was it a like? Would you say, was it like an expensive investment?
No,
That's good.
but we can always upgrade.
No. I'm not asking. To be honest, I'm more so asking for like I don't know, just like info for anybody that's listening.
That
like,
wants to do podcasting.
like Miguel and I just fucking I don't know.
we got kind of lucky.
we were doing good at the time.
Are you saying money wise?
money wise? We were
Yeah,
both
this
like.
stuff is really nice.
we
I'm
were
impressed.
we were doing well, so we're like, fuck it, like let's just if we're gonna buy something, let's make sure that shit like this shit does everything we need,
and more, bro.
and more.
Yeah.
But like I don't know, like if we would and it was also because of we didn't really have a facility to record in, so we needed to have everything like as to make up for that. In that sense, but like you could realistically start a podcast with a fucking cell phone
That's what
and a fucking microphone.
That's what we
like-
were doing at the beginning, and
Oh, really?
it was awful. And then we both record separately, and then we were gonna like put them together. And then once we started doing it, we're like, this is impossible.
Audio
We can't do
sharing and
this.
all that, that's insane. You gotta remember, just so you guys know, Lauren's a fucking long time listener. She fucking posted on her story that
Yes,
it was on her top
sir.
podcast for the Spotify rap. So shout
Hell
out, Lauren.
yeah.
Thank you
I know,
so
I was
much.
surprised. I was like, look at that.
Thank you.
What's it called? Do you guys plan on doing like weekly episodes or
I think as of now, we kind of want to do bi-weekly.
bi-weekly?
Yeah,
That's good, sorry.
we'll see where it goes.
Lauren, we fucking started out of my room. We were recording in my room. Same thing before video, obviously.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
Before we got
now
the spot.
Complex hit us up like to sign a deal.
Imagine that.
Yeah, right, bro.
But yeah, so we're just slowly but surely. I was telling Lauren off air that we're still learning, dude. It's like it's a process.
There's not a lot of good information out there either.
Oh,
Like,
like
we were
to do
trying
it?
to find YouTube videos and just different resources that we could use to like get started, and we were having a really hard time coming up with it.
Look,
Good ideas.
Go on Buzzsprout. That's our shout out Buzzsprout. That's where we
Okay.
upload our shit, and they have a lot of like little info.
They did. So we upload a Buzzsprout. Buzzsprout distributes it to like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, everything all around.
Okay,
How much-
cool.
we like pay for it. Right? A
There's
little bit?
yeah, so we pay about I want to say 23 or 7 a month.
Okay.
But yeah, it like, distributes everywhere, and I don't know, it just makes it's easy. Like we can check our stats and
Yeah.
Shout out Lab
look at
Grown.
all.
We're never gonna have to
What
come up with that.
what
collab.
other advice would you have for people starting a podcast?
Woof, that's a good question.
You know how you were talking about just doing it and jumping off that cliff, like especially when you like were looking for a job.
Mhm.
I think that
Prepare as much as you like. I mean, not enough to where it interferes with everything else you're doing. No, because at the end of the day, you're doing it for fun. Like it's a hobby. You don't want to ever make it seem like a job, and it's never seemed like that yet. But sometimes for sure, like I wish that I would like fucking during the week, like I wrote more shit down or.
Yeah.
Like I kept something on me to be like, oh, cool. Like I need to bring this up, you know, like as much as you can remember, like if you can keep like a little note thing on your phone
Okay.
or whatever, just like little things like, oh, like mention this,
we
whatever,
do.
whatever.
I'm sure we brought it up before, but we do like a little. We haven't done it, not necessarily, but we do. We have documents for the week, so like topics or whatever we're gonna bring up. When there's a guest, it's different. You know,
Yeah.
we're obviously focusing more on the guest for that episode specifically. But yeah, just that. Like we used to do little pre-shows. So like before we record, we talk about like we just do like a rundown of what we're gonna talk about essentially.
And then also, this is something I personally do. I don't know if Miguel, if you can tell that I do this shit every so often when I start like sending you like a blitz of texts like about different shit. Every 5 or so episodes, it's always kind of like a little inventory like in my mind where I'm like, all right, like we've been doing this for these past few, like we're here right now, like we have this many listeners, whatever, like what can we, I don't know, just all kind of like what you did with your, like, you know, when you were you moved into, getting a big girl job, like what's next, like how do you grow now, like what's the next step?
Promo is important too. Promo's up there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It is a lot of work, but I think it's gonna be worth it in the end. Like
That's gonna be a challenge for me.
it'll be okay though. It's not like super crazy, like because it doesn't take that much time up out of my day or whatever, out of the week.
Yeah, and then just try to find like who's doing the editing for the audio. Are you guys doing that
Both of
together, or how's that gonna work?
I feel like Lauren's gonna do it.
I feel like you don't know Kaya. I feel like she's gonna
She gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know. So far, we've kind of tried to do it together.
Okay, there you go.
I think we probably will in the future have to like allocate tasks, some for her, some for myself.
See, look,
That's the best way to
Our
do it.
fucking end goal is that we don't do that. We fucking come in, record, and we're out. We get people to fucking do that shit, and that's what all the big podcasts. That's what they do. They don't fucking take care of that stuff. host them.
Yeah.
Like hiring someone. I mean,
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying us. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? We do this shit
no,
every
we
week.
put in a lot of work.
Yeah, like for Miguel and I feel like it's always been non-spoken. We just both knew like, all right, you're gonna do that.
Do that,
You
I'm
can
doing
do
that.
that.
That's
you're
good,
gonna
though,
do
that we
you can
have
do
that.
And we like never like, I never try to tell him what to do when he's doing his video. He's never told me what to do when I'm editing audio. Like, I don't know, just try to make it. Like never try to pin it on them, but just like it has to be a healthy balance. You never want to feel like
love you, bro.
I tell him this all the time. Like, he probably held it down for like the month of October. I was like busy as shit, and he like fucking killed it, and I was, a little behind the 8 ball. But I'm sure maybe there was a point where he might have felt the same way. So just I don't know. It just always works out, but always try to have a little mental check and try to see where everything's at.
After you
Okay.
said that, I kind of want to meet Kai now. Why? She's like fucking, she's into it, like crazy, like editing and all this? Or is it kind of like a side hobby that you guys just started getting into? Like, does she have a background of some sort?
Not necessarily.
Okay.
She's definitely more tech savvy than I am.
Oh, okay, there you go. that
but
makes
yeah,
sense.
she's just excited about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's fucking cool.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you guys need any help editing or whatever, don't hesitate, like, to hit us up, like, or with any questions. We're definitely not pros, but we know a little bit now, I guess.
Yeah.
Dude.
I think it would be a lot of fun to do a collaboration.
Yeah, no, we'd definitely be down.
Just like that. That's it.
That's the hour. That's the hour mark. This was a big streaming month. YouTube and the past month.
Bring it up.
So the numbers were fucking straight. So thanks everybody that listened. Lauren, thank you so much for being on and for being a very, very loyal supporter. We appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah,
very much.
thank you, of course.
You want to close us out?
Let's do it, baby. Follow us on our socials. We're on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. Email us. We always want emails every fucking week. Did we get anything this week?
Nah, no more emails.
Hate you guys. Shoot us any recs. We're doing our extra segments now. Tune in. They're on our subsidiary YouTube channel account, the Alley Podcast Extras. Yeah, man. Tune in. Episode 38.
Yeah, and then
38.
next week we have another female guest, 2 for 2.
Now we're just gonna go all female.
Just
now,
all
so people
girls.
can't talk shit.
Hell yeah.
all girls. And then our World Cup, we're doing that on next week as well, and probably like another little 30
Okay.
of something else. So thank you guys again. We will be back next week.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Lauren.
Thank you.
Yeah, any shout outs, Lauren? You got anybody you want to shout out? Obviously, Kaya for sure.
Yeah, shout out to my co-host Kaya.
All right, let's get it going. Bye, guys. Thank you.